Hey everybody, this is the 1995 SSRFL NFC Conference Championship game. The Dallas Cowboys looking for a four-peat. They've won in 91, 92, oh no, sorry, 92, 93, and 94. And they're looking to go back to back to back to back. And in their way are two teams, the New Orleans Saints here in the Conference Championship. And whoever wins today is going to face the Pittsburgh Steelers in the Super Bowl. The Pittsburgh Steelers were the AFC Conference champions in the actual NFL. Here's a fly to Kevin Williams, single cover, incomplete, covered by a 6. So if the Cowboys win, it'll be an exact matchup of the 1995 Super Bowl, Cowboys versus Steelers. That's the one where the Cowboys whipped up on the Steelers. So it's very realistic that he could go back to back to back to back. But he's been, Peter Shibley, who coaches the Cowboys, has had a good run and, hasn't run into any bad luck games. Maybe he's due for one. Look at that offensive line for the Cowboys. 6s all the way across, 6'7", 6'5", 6'7", 6'7", and 5'3". That's a one weak point. Joe Johnson, 4-7 up against Eric Williams, the other defensive lineman for the Saints. Here's what I'll tackle right to Daryl Johnson's going to pick up the first. It goes 4-7, 0-4, 5-12, 1, Wayne Martin, and 4-8. So Martin up against Nate Newton. That's going to be a good matchup as well. Pitch out right to Emmitt Smith. A good run call there by Mike. Michael Stuckey is the coach of the New Orleans Saints. And he had a championship recently. I think we played it out of order, but in 1987, I want to say. We'll pull that up in a second. Slant to Jay Novacek. He's got a 0 on him. And it's going to be incomplete on Troy Aikman's card. Let's see. Third and 10. I'm going to pull over the list of champions in a second. Short pattern to Daryl Johnston, single cover by a 4. It's going to be a dump off. And he picks up 5. So looks like the Saints will force a punt here. But here's the three-peat by Peter Shibley. Cowboys have won back-to-back to back. And the Saints won in 1987, but we played that one, I think, last summer or something like that. So even though it looks like it was several years ago, it wasn't that long ago. Probably somewhere between those 92, 93, 94. We usually play 2 seasons a year, and we went back and got 87 recently. All right, 1st and 10 now for the Saints. Jim Everett. Quick out left to Irv Smith, and he's being double covered. So nice double by Pete. In the regular season, the Cowboys went 14-2, scored 576 points. And the Saints were 12-4, scoring 362. Much closer point differential for the Saints. Another near interception as he went back to Irv Smith, back to back to back, or back to back at least. So he went once to the left, once to the right, and now it's going to be 3rd and 10. Everett's got a good deep pass card. Curl to Quinn early. Defender X picks it up, but there's a penalty against Dallas. It'll be declined. So 1st down. That was Larry Brown Jr.'s 5 being beaten by a white die 6. We haven't seen Bates run the ball yet. Here we go. Pitch out right. It's going to go nowhere. Guess strong. It's one of the bad numbers there. A little bit of a barbellish card with the long game on 2 and a plus 33 on 12. Guessed right. It's a nightmare. So you definitely want to give him guessed wrong. Pitch out right. He's going back to the Bates again. It's going to get 7 yards on the D card. 3rd and 3. It's Got to have somebody who's a better guest right runner. Although I guess Bates is all right. Got that 7 on +3 on 7 and +4 on 7 off tackle and linebacker respectively. And that's going to be a loss of 5 on the flat pass to Bates. Fumble chance, but no fumble. And the Saints will punt. Klaus Willmeyer gets his best punt off, 53-yarder down to Kevin Williams, who returns it for 3 yards. And that's where the Cowboys will start, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Defensive tackle can't make the play. Willie Broughton is a 0. If he would have known he would have had to make a play, he would have brought in a little bit more pass defense rating. Screen right to Emmitt Smith, white die 6, 13 yards. First and 10 out to the 45. Fly to Kevin R. Williams, covered by 6. Dump off. And interception split, but it's only intercepted on 2 and 3. Ronaldo Turnbull is 10 against Mark Tuinei, 7. So there was a 18% chance of a sack, and the random roll is 41. Off tackle right to Gerald Johnson. Johnson's got a pretty feisty card in 95. +16 and +15. 3rd and 9 here. Cowboys come out 3 wide. Fleming, who is that? Corey Fleming checking in as a 3rd wide out, and that's where the pass is going. It was completed for 10 yards, but there was a false start on the Cowboys, so they'll have to do it again. 3rd and 14. Aikman does have that +14 on 6, so he can make it on his own on a short pass, but it's going to be tough. You might see a flat pass here, maybe to Johnson or Novacek. Or maybe he goes deep. 3 guys covered by 0s. That means that defender X or +15 is also in play on the D card. See how much Mike wants to double team. Bomb to Fleming. He's single covered, but here comes the pass rush. Joe Johnson, I talked about that earlier, against Eric Williams. 35% chance of a sack, and he had a random 25. But that was his deep pass. I don't think anybody was in the zone with a 0 on the coverage. Somebody could have been pulled back. I didn't quite see. So it's possible there was one man in the zone. Saints will start at their own 24. So Bates he's a big play guy. Not a lot of, gets a guess wrong, gets 3 yards there. Not a lot of short gains there in the middle. There's got to be somebody else on that team. Isn't the Ironhead Hayward in there? Pitch out right to Bates. Oh, he hits a big one, 40 yards around the outside. One Buffalo gal go around the outside. 40 yards for Mario Bates. Quick out right to Wesley Walls against the run call. Short gain, 11 yards down to the 22. Saints moving the ball. Nice flat pass card there for Everett. Sideline right, another flat pass down to the 11. On a pickup of 11. Three, 4 showing blitz. Quick out right to Wesley Walls, incomplete. Quinn Early must run for 3 yards as Jim Everett couldn't. Quinn Early couldn't break free, so he just took off and tried to run, but he's not the most fleet of foot. So 3rd and 7 at the 8. Lorenzo Neal in the backfield. He can catch a short pass. Irv Smith covered by a 6. Early covered by a 5. Torrance Small is in the game. He's covered by a 4. And Michael Haynes is covered by a 6. 4-2. Not showing blitz. 4-2-5, excuse me. Slant to Irv Smith. Single covered. 6. Incomplete. And out comes Doug O'Brien. So 3-0. The field goal is good. Kick returns out to the 22. Emmett Smith in the backfield. Slant to Jay Novacek. Dump off. 13 yards. First and 10. Cowboys. Fly to Kevin Williams. He keeps going back to that Kevin Williams card. There was an interception split on that one, and he's doubling Michael Irvin. He's trying to get Mike off of Irvin, and by going to Williams over and over again, he's hoping he'll lure him in for a double team there. Quick into Daryl Johnson, incomplete. 2nd and 10. It's a dangerous offense, as you saw, scoring well over 500 points. Tackle left to Johnson. There's a fumble. It's recovered by the Saints. 2 through 4 and 12, and the split rating was a 4. And the defense pounced on it. So Johnston coughs it up. Pitch out right to Bates against the run call. Picks up 3. We guessed wrong. That was a long gain. So good call there by Peter. Slant to Wesley Walls, single covered by 5. And the white die is a 4, so incomplete. Crossing banner to Michael D. Haynes. Complete on Everett's card for 13 yards and a first down. Let's look at the offensive line for the Saints. 6'5" Willie Rofe, 5'5" Jim Dombrowski, 4'5", 0'5", and Richard Cooper's a 4'7", button hook to Mario Bates for 2. So they can get some dump offs of their own. The Cowboys have some good pass rushers, though. Charles Haley, 6'11", Leon Lett, 6'6", pitch out right to Bates, guessed wrong. And he's going to lose a yard, thanks to the run rating of Tony Tolbert, who is a 5'7". 3-5 showing blitz on 3rd and 9. I don't know. Maybe he wants. Well, it's a quick slant to Irv Smith. Defend linebacker on his own. Extra tricky. There's a flag on the field. Again, it's on Dallas in this decline. Saints winning 3-0 and driving. 4-3 show on blitz. Quick call right to Irv Smith. Going to pick up 4. Guessed wrong because the linebacker guessed wrong on the receiver card. Well, did he call run? I don't think so. But the receiver reading was. Oh, maybe he did call run. Square into Mike Haynes. The action's coming fast and furious here. Short gain, 12 yards down to the 5. Derek Brown's the second back. He can do some things guessed wrong. Not a good guess right runner. Inside run to Bates. Picks up 3 guessed wrong. Dallas looking to maybe get a sack fumble. Or maybe just now, maybe they'll shift their focus to try to key and force a fumble on the running back. Not showing blitz this time. Curled to quit early. Guessed right. Interceptions, but holding against the Saints. That'll back it up 10. Second and goal to 12. Flat passes back in play here. But your Cowboys will show blitz. Maybe not. Nope, they're not showing blitz. Keeping it straight. Quick slant to Walls. Picks up 8. White die 6. Third and goal to 4. .11:42 to go in the half. Now they're showing blitz. 4-3 showing blitz. Pitch out right to Bates. Correctly called, but it's nobody in the zone. Another flag's on the play. Will this touchdown get called back? No. It was on the Cowboys. They were offsides as they try to crowd the line in between the tackles, and the run was to the outside. Bates breaks free, and with one man in the zone, it would have been just a 1-yard gain. So the Cowboys are now under a little bit of pressure, trailing by 10. You know, when you're the underdog in this situation, the pressure's off a little bit. The pressure's more on the favorite. But if any team can come back, it's these Cowboys. Come on now. It's just second quarter. They led the league in offense. Quick into Gerald Johnson. There's a man there, so on the quarterback card, it's guessed right. The guy assigned to cover Johnston was double teaming. That's Rufus Porter, ex-Seahawk, 449. There you go, Roof. Slant to Eric Bjornsson. He's going to pick up 10. First down Cowboys. Out to 32. .64% chance of a sack on that one. Wayne Martin against Nate Newton. Slant to Jay Novacek, correctly double teamed, incomplete. Stopped the 14-yard completion with a good double team. So those are the two chances that he has. Joe Johnson against Eric Williams, Wayne Martin against Nate Newton. Short game gets wrong into Smith. All our sales go back to the ground game, behind those big, beefy offensive linemen and Emmitt Smith, who kind of gets lost behind there and finds his way through. Pitch out right to Smith, correctly called. Picks up a yard. Pitch out right to Smith, gets wrong. 45 yards. Down to the 9-yard line, but there was a personal foul tacked on, so this right down to the 4. So just like that, the Cowboys are inside the 10, goal to goal, first and goal at the Saints 4. 6 runs for Smith for 73 yards today. Not tackle left to Johnston. He goes into the end zone. Linebacker zone +4 or -2. And Richard C. Harvey, who's a 5, couldn't make the play. Like that was a 6. So just like that, that 2-score lead's down to a mere field goal. 17-yard return by Tyrone Hughes, and that's after the kickoff by Chris Bonio. Bates still in there. Square out right to Quinn Early, correctly doubled, picks up 6, and there's a personal foul tacked onto that, so that's another 15 yards. Guess right flat pass, looking for Irv Smith, incomplete on the quarterback's card. Sideline right to Michael DeHane. Short gain on Everett's card. Down to the Dallas 41. So really that is the only big running back for the Saints is Mario Bates in this season. That Derek Brown card scoring to Michael Haynes incomplete. Bates had 303 carries in the regular season for 1,200 yards, averaging 4 yards a carry. The next running back, the next biggest rusher was Jim Everett with 61 yards on must runs and kneel downs, I'm sure. There's another short game, this time on the Cowboys cards. The next most active halfback was that Derek Brown card we see on the Full House set. He only ran the ball 51 times all year for a 3-yard average. But they're in field goal range already. 1st and 10 at Dallas 28. Mixing up the running and the flat passing. Dallas doesn't have a 6 linebacker, and they're playing a 4-3. Quick out left to Wesley Walls, incomplete. But he's using the free safety liberally since he's a 0 to double team. So you got to expect one of those interception splits to come up sometimes. Pitch out right to Bates. Picks up 4. 3rd and 6. So that's something that Michael's got to be careful of. Score out right to early. It's going to pick up 3, 4th and 3, and he'll bring up Doug O'Brien. No hesitation from Mike. Maybe he should have hesitated. With that kind of field goal kicker? 2 through 6 and 12. That's terrible. Let's look at the card. Maybe 4th and 3 is a go for it. He might have got adjusted back. No. 2 through 7 and 12. 13 and 22. 2 through 6 and 12. So yeah, he was adjusted back by 3 to the worst field goal range, but the kick die was a 7. So if he wouldn't have got the adjustment, it would have been good. 4-yard loss by Emmitt Smith on a flat pass. 2nd and 14. Tackle right, correctly called. It was a white die 1. Third and 14, spread formation, 3 wide. Got to watch out for a deep pass to one of these guys covered by 0. Leggett, Lumpkin, and Spencer bomb to Michael Irvin. 2-man in zone. Incomplete, but they have to back it up because of illegal formation. So there's the defensive back in zone X or plus 27, defender in zone X or plus 34. Third and 19. "23 yards. Quick out left to Jay Novacek. No men in zone. Leave your guys home. It was a white die 4. What are you doing, Mike? Third and 19, you don't have to do much. Just, 2 men deep. But Joe Wright's going to pick up 5. Smith, 7 runs for 78 yards. Hit that big 45-yarder. Pitch out right. Another 5 yards, or 4 yards this time. 3rd and 1. .206 to go in the half. You want to call run as a defensive coach, but you got to watch out for those bombs. Aikman's good, Gaston. coach is thinking about it. Button hook. Guessed correctly, but it was a white die 6. The linebacker had moved up to stuff the line bug zone. Off tackle left. 6-yard pickup, guessed wrong. Down to the 30. Nine runs for Smith for 88 yards. Quick slant to Novacek. Guessed right. 4 there. Can't make the play. 17 yards down to the 13. Saints use a timeout. Nine of 15 for Aikman so far. Been very efficient. Smith is out. Sherman Williams is into the game. Ex-Eagle. He's got some good short gains. Guessed wrong. Flare right to Johnston. He got that run call he was looking for, but receiver reading hit the 7. 2nd and 10. Sticks with Sherman Williams. Curl, guessed wrong. 10 yards, penalty. And that'll make it 1st and goal at the 1. Small bit of good news is it stops the clock, so Saints don't have to waste another timeout. Too tight set with 3 in the backfield for the Cowboys. Pitch out right to Smith. It loses a yard. I think he wouldn't go in run there. He might go right up the middle. But switches it up. Forces the defense to use another timeout. Of course, they'll be happy if they can come out of this tied. They get another incomplete pass or loss of yards on a run. Slant to Novacek. He does get the incomplete pass. So 3rd and goal to 2. When are they going to just give it to Emmett? Look at that guest right card. Mike might want a key. He doesn't. Emmett's out of the game. He's got Sherman Williams in there, who's not as good guest right. Crossing pattern to Irvin. He's being double covered. Incomplete. 4th and goal at the 2. Is he going to go for it? He is. Smith is back in there. It's a time for a key. Will he throw it? Look at that guest wrong short pass card by Aikman. If the Saints can make a stand here, they just need one more play, one more roll to go their way. He does key Smith. Instead, it's a pass, but there's a penalty down. Is that going to be on the Cowboys or nope? It's on the Saints, and it'll be declined. So a guest right pass. Oh no, wait a minute. It's offsetting penalties. So we're going to do this again. I read that wrong. Excuse me. But a guest right call would have been incomplete. But Dallas is going for it again. They saw the key from the defense. Will that change their call? Will the defense change their call? 4-3, not showing blitz. The cat and mouse game is in full effect here. It is correctly keyed. Stop. Oh my goodness. What a call. Stuffs them at the 1-yard line. Dallas was not happy with just tying it up. They wanted to take the lead. Now, Bates is not good, guess right. You're going to see a looking pass to Everett. A couple of negative plays there. Inside run to Bates. He gets 7. Even with a man in the zone, it would have been 2 yards. So forget about going on a long scoring drive. The Saints are just happy that they can take a knee here and head to halftime with a lead. 10-7 Saints on top of the Cowboys. So quick break here. Take a look at the halftime stats. Pretty even. 193 yards to 205. Penalties also even. That offsetting penalty, though, took a touchdown away from the Cowboys. Both backs, 11 carries for over 80 yards. Each of them had a big one. 40 yards for Bates, 45 for Smith. So a really good game, really close game. Let's see if they played in the regular season. Let's see. I think they did. Saints and Dallas. No, I don't see it. Pretty pristine numbers for the Cowboys during the regular season. Aikman over 4,000 yards, 41 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Emmitt Smith for 1,700 yards. 6 touchdowns for Sherman Williams in limited work. Darryl Johnson got 4 rushing touchdowns. 17 touchdowns in the air for Irvin and Novacek, and 8 for Kevin Williams. For the Saints, 29 touchdowns for Jim Everett, 10 picks. Also threw for over 4,000 yards. Bates ran for 1,200. Quinn Early, 12 touchdowns through the air. So we got a good one here, folks. Looks like we're about ready to get underway. Dan T's watching, coach of the Steelers, who eliminated my Seahawks yesterday in a good game. Seahawks really, didn't really deserve to be there. An 8-8 team in the NFL in the regular season. I was able to get them to 12-4 or 11-5, and won a playoff game, but just couldn't get over the hump against the Steelers. So here we go. 31-yard return as the Saints get good field position barring this penalty. And it was offsides on Dallas that declined it. First and 10, pitch out right to Bates. Sticking with that pitch out. Seems to be his favorite zone to run. Defensive end, Tony Tolbert makes a play. Loss of 1. Second and 11. Third quarter, just underway. Oh, it's picked off. Correct double team, but it was on the D card anyway. I told you those double teams were going to catch up with the Saints at some point. I thought it might be on a flat pass. Look at that return card. It's a touchdown on 6. Return to the Saints 44. Quick out left to Bjornsson, being correctly double teamed. How about the Saints with some double team action? Incomplete. Second and 10. I'll tackle left to Smith. Anytime it calls for an offensive line reading, you're going to make that block pretty much. 3rd and 5. Cowboys go through. Oh, they stay base. I was going to say, you could run for it. The blockers needed. You have a weak defensive tackle here. I wouldn't be surprised to see a run. Saints go 4-3, though, hoping not for him not to run it, to pass it maybe. Off tackle right. There it is. See that defensive tackle is a 0. Even with somebody in the zone, that was going to be a first down. because these linebackers are not rated at 6. Bomb to Michael Irvin, guessed right. Incomplete. He's got that incompletion on 8 and 5. And when he guessed run, added 9 and 12. 2nd and 10. Fly to Kevin Williams. Dancing around that 8. Another 7 roll. 3rd and 10. Rough day for Aikman by his standards. But he's come up with some clutch 3rd down conversions. Let's see what happens here. Inside run is going to pick up 6th, 4th and 4. And here comes Chris Bonio to tie it up. His kick is good, but there was a penalty. Illegal motion. Simulating the snap on the center. And that'll back it up 5 yards. Trying to draw him off sides. And the kick is bad. It was adjusted back by 2. So the Saints maintained a 3-point lead after that goal line stand in the first half and a shanked field goal after a penalty here on the first Cowboys offensive drive of the second half. Cowboys shifting to a 3-4 defense with all this flat passing. Saints respond by running it. Right at 5, going to lose a yard. 3rd and 11 at the 38. Crossing pattern to Torrance Small. Gets right, covered by 4. Dump off. Big one, 10 yards. It's going to take it near midfield, but still a yard short because of the futility on 1st and 2nd down. Here's the punt. Down to the 11. And that's where the Cowboys will start at their own 12. Now tackle left to Smith. It's going to pick up 3. Smith over 100 yards on the day. Short gain on the D card. Just what the doctor orders. Cowboys move the ball. Pitch out right. There's a linebacker in the zone. Rufus Porter. Rufus makes the play. Second and 13. Flare right to Johnston. Guest right picks up 4. 3rd and 9. Curl to Kevin Williams, 12 yards. Guessed right. 7 roll for Aikman. Move those chains. Bomb to Irvin is picked off. 1 man in zone on the D card. Gains 16 yards. And so they stop another drive. Was a successful double team. So he's trying to get that free safety off Irvin, but just did not do it. Pitch out right to Bates. Short gain. He hits one of those edges. 18 yards down to the 46 of Dallas. Most of the action there was Dallas on offense in the 3rd quarter. Now the Saints have a chance to put their own drive together. Sideline right to Haynes, correctly double teamed. So white die 5, though. And a 3-yard pickup. Quick slant to Walls. Correctly double teamed, but he's double teamed by the free safety after the linebacker had rushed the passer. So he was subject to whatever his rating was. His rating was a 0. Brock Marion couldn't make the play. Linebacker in zone, which was Marion, 0. Gave up the short gain. And here you go. Penalty on first down. So 1st and 15 at the 36. Back to the 3-4. Dallas getting tired of these flat passes. Off tackle left to Mario Bates. 15 yards. Remember, he's a base 4-3 defense. So even though it looked like he had a man in zone, he would need to put 2 men in zone to be on the 1 man in zone D card. That's the penalty for moving from a 4-3 to a 3-4. Back to the 4-3 this time. 1st and 10 at the 21. Quick out right to Walls. Incomplete. That 5 seems to come up a lot. Dreaded 5 on the offense. Holding on the Saints. Back it up 10. Sisyphusian and task here as they keep getting closer and then move back by penalties. Off tackle left to Bates. Picks up 6 on the D card. 2nd and 14. Saints would love to get a touchdown here and restore that 2-point lead, but they'll be content with a field goal. Remember how bad that field goal kicker was. 2 through 7 and 12 from the 22 to the 33, or even I think that's actually from the 13 to the 22. So he needs to get another first down here to get into this 2 through 9 and 12 from the 3 to the 12. 2 through 9 and 12 there. 2 through 8 and 12 the next zone. Slant to Irv Smith, covered by 6. Dump off. Loses a yard. So he'll bring Doug Bryan out. It's a 50-50 shot. Missed it again. Pushed back twice. He's been pushed back. Yeah, 2 through 7 would have been good. Instead, 2 through 6 and 12. The interception split. It was doubling Irvin. It would have been doubling Novacek. That would have been an interception. Screen right to Smith. Picks up 6. 3rd and 4. Oh, he ran the other way to Wayne Martin. Makes the play. Defensive tackle 0 plus 5. Wayne Martin's 5 makes the stop there. Trying to take a quick peek at Novacek's cart to see if he can go deep. I don't think you've seen that today. Nice punt. Pins him back at the 2. Three-four Sean blitz. Tackle left to Bates. Playing it safe. Smart play. Picked up 6. We're into the 4th quarter now. 2nd and 4. Square out right to Quinterly. How many times does that 5 come up? Nine and 10 are his numbers deep. We haven't really seen him throw deep. He's got the lead. Not wanting to take too many chances. 3rd and 4. He's been successful with the flat passing. Speaking of that, sideline left to Michael D. Haynes. Long gain, 67 yards. He was going to the receiver, so that's going to get the full distance. He's not going to be capped like another position might. We have the rules there. We do not limit wide receivers, but we don't let other positions go above their season longs. So lucky he wasn't throwing it to somebody else. Quick out left to Walls. A run call, 16 yards, down to the 9. Just like that. Remember, this drive started on the Saints' 2-yard line. They're at the Dallas 9. 13:48 to go in the 4th quarter. Walls is in there. Smith is in there. Pitch out right. There's a man in the zone. It's going to go nowhere. I think that's a +7. Yeah, so I could have taken it down to the 2 if he had gone the other way. 10-7 Saints in the NFC Conference Championship for the 1995 SSRFL. 2014. This is a full stock league, Stratomatic replay league. He's going the other way this time. Can he get it on the D card? No, he gets on the running backs card for 4 yards. 3rd and goal up to 5. What are the magic numbers for Everett on a short pass? 7, 5, 4, and 2. That must run's not going to help because he doesn't. Well, he can. Yeah, 2 through 5. He could must run it in. Not showing blitz. Might stick with it on the ground. He wants a guess wrong run or a guess wrong pass. Captain Obvious here. Let's see what the cat and mouse game comes up with on this play. Short pass to Walls is my prediction. Pitch out left to Bates. He keeps it on the ground. It's guessed right, though. Gets 3 yards on the defensive cars. 4th and goal to 2. We saw this at the end of the first half. The Cowboys went for it on 4th down, and here comes the Saints trying to push this in. The defensive cards can make some stops there in the middle. I don't know if I like this. I'd rather get that field goal, but he's already missed 2 field goals today. Slant to Smith. Here comes the pass rush, and he's sacked. Darren Smith, 35% chance of a sack, and he takes him down. The random roll of 27. There's only 3 men in zone, though, so that could have worked out for the Saints if there would have been a 1X or would have just been a better random number. Play right to Johnson. Nobody's there, 13 yards. So now we're going back the other way. Yeah, I think a little too aggressive there. I like being aggressive on 4th and 3 when you have a crappy field goal kicker. But in that range, he's not automatic, but pretty solid. And you would have forced them to get a touchdown, which is, of course, they're quite capable of doing. Pitch out right to Smith. It's going to pick up 6. 2nd and 4 now at the Dallas at their own 31. 18 carries for Smith for 129. Mike's going to look back at that and regret it. Well, he won't regret it if he wins. 3rd and 1 after that 3-yard guess wrong run. Johnston and Smith can both run it. It's a run call. Picks up 6. Darryl Johnston moves. Crowd's going moves. Hard to key the fullback, but look at that guessed right card. My oh my. 1st and 10 at the 41. Slant to Jay Novacek. Covered by 0. Guessed right. That's going to be 15 yards. Into Saints territory now. Sherman Williams. Not the paint. The running back. Oh, that's Sherman Williams. This is Sherman. 1st and 10 at the 45. Flare right to Johnston. Picks up 5 on Aikman's card. 9 minutes to go in regulation. Second and 5. Quick into Johnston. Guessed right. Short gain on Aikman's card. 13 yards into field goal territory. Called run. 15 yards guessed wrong on Aikman's card. Guess right would have been incomplete. This drive started at the Saints too. Pitch out right, guessed correctly. Sherman Williams was in there. He's back in there again. He's good in run, guessed wrong. Off tackle, guessed wrong. Not showing blitz. And there's a 15-yard touchdown. Got him mixed up. Got him thinking about Williams in run. Guessed right, that's incomplete again. So 2 of those, plus 15. And here's the field goal. And that's the other reason you kick the field goal. Because now you're down by 4 and you need a touchdown. Whereas if it was 14-13 right now, you only need a field goal. Quick slant to Irv Smith. There's that 2 and that 5 keep coming up over and over again. .636 to go. Pitch out right to Bates. Guess wrong. Only gets 2. 3rd and 8. If you don't make it here, I think you're punting. It's too early. Too much time left to go 4 down territory. Slant to Irv Smith, covered by 6, incomplete. So out comes the punt team. Bad punt. 31 yards. 6-yard roll. Cowboys get it at their own 41. Now the pressure is definitely on the Saints. Pitch out right to Smith. Guessed wrong, but dreaded 5 comes up. Second and 11. Saints hoping to go 3 and out. They need 2 good calls here. Pitch out right to Smith. Guessed wrong again. Short gain on the defense's cards. .448 to go in regulation. Fly to Kevin Williams. Guessed right. Long gain touchdown. Just like that, Cowboys go from the brink of being eliminated to being firmly in control of this game. Saints get it to 35. Bomb to Torrance Small, 2-minute zone. Long gain, 31 yards. So the Saints aren't dead yet. They would have liked to hit an edge there. But they'll take anything they can get. There is a 2-point conversion in 1995. Started in 1994. Oof, interception split, barely missed. .318 to go in regulation. We might be stuck here. A little bit of a pause.
Yeah.
We appear to be unstuck. Here we go. 4 wide, 3-3-5 showing blitz. Oh, not showing blitz, excuse me. Incomplete. 8 on the quarterback's card. 3rd and 10. Remember, not a very good field goal kicker for the Saints, so you want to at least get some yards so you can try a long field goal. Crossing better than Haynes. He converts 13 yards down to the 21. Two more short pass completions, and we'll be waiting for an onside kick, but got to get there first. Crossing pattern to Lee DeRamus. Not related to his brother, to Ignoramus. Lee DeRamus. Gets 7 yards. Oh, it's a dump off to Quinn Early. gets out of bounds. 2nd and 3 at the 14. Stand for wide. 2:06 to go in regulation. Three-3-5 now showing blitz. Maybe a flat pass here. Takes the pressure off. Crossing pattern to Haynes. He doesn't go to the flat pass. Sniper scope touchdown. So there you go. Saints get in the end zone again. They're going to go for 2 here. They could theoretically kick it deep, but there's so many holes on the Saints defense and so many strengths of the Dallas offense that I think onside kicks what's going to happen. No matter what occurs on this play, it's a 3-yard gain. So completion, the 2-point conversion is good. 21-18, 2 minutes to go. Strat give you an onside kick on 2, 3, 11, and 12, but he kicked it deep. That was a smart decision because it was an 8. So 3 timeouts. You need to get a 3 and out and hope you get the ball back. 4-3 not showing blitz. Of course, a turnover would be grand for the Saints. Oh, it's a run call. Quick slant, 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Kind of stuck here. Screen right, incomplete. With the short yardage defense, he needs one more stop here. You saw how good Smith's card was, guess right. And Johnston's card, how good his card is. He went to the flat pass again. He got it. That's the game. Would have had to double team Daryl Johnston to get that. Or put 2 men in the zone. That would have worked. 2 men in the zone. He's keying Smith now, but too late. He's just going to take 2 knees after this, and that'll be the game. So Dallas moves on to face the Steelers, an exact replay of the 1995 NFL Super Bowl. As the upset bid is thwarted with a late 4th quarter domination by the Cowboys, 14 points when they needed it most. You go back to that field goal. The end game would have played out differently, of course, but there you go. Nice job by Mike. Great season to get the Saints to the conference championship. Great job by Peter going for a four-peat. So it'll be Peter Shibley and his Dallas Cowboys against Dan Thorhauer and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, well, thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to shut it down. Take care.